What's up, everybody? It's me, Bryson Booker, and it's time for my photo story, simply titled, Yes, I Am Different. I wasn't always able to laugh at myself. I didn't always feel comfortable or confident in who I truly was as a person, because the approval of society was buried in the back of my mind. My freshman year of high school, I tended to hide how unique God has made me. I was the quiet type who didn't want to seek unnecessary attention. I got good grades and made a friend or two, but I still felt I needed to come out of my shell. This was absolutely no problem for me and my community, or those that knew me knew my personality. I was confident in myself with those who knew me personally. I took my specific jobs in the community seriously and wouldn't let anyone get me down just because I had a different way of thinking than they did. Why couldn't I apply this same reasoning to when I was in school? I guess you could say that I thought I would be rejected by my peers, especially when coming to an environment that is filled with many young people and many different beliefs. However, I soon was reminded that God has given me a special gift of connection with my peers, and even though I lived my life differently, my confidence began to grow as I presented my unique brand of humor, high effort, and 90s style in my projects and presentations. With the progression of each project, you could tell that my confidence was starting to building, and who I really was as a person started to show. I wouldn't let society label me of who I obviously didn't want to be. Thus, these school projects inspired me to become more unique and creative with everything I did, and led to some truly memorable experiences in high school as far as my YouTube videos are concerned. I remember doing my silly shorts and my reviews where I made some pretty funny comments, and all of this stuff just, I started to come out of my shell, and that was really cool. I was no longer afraid to share what I really felt about a situation, and began to take a bold stand in order to be the person God Himself ordained me to be. My confidence about who I was as a person was greatly enhanced as I discovered a man named Guy Montague and his quest to discover who he was. Guy lived in a society where everybody wanted to live their life like everyone else, kind of like me living in this society. No one dared to live differently because they were all scared that their differences would mess up the tone that was set in their world. Guy was one of these robotic individuals until he finally decided he needed to come out of his shell. He wanted to be the person that he was destined to be, a well-rounded, educated individual. This book truly inspired me to continue to remain confident about who I was, no matter who tries to destroy my spirit or threaten my mind, no matter if individuals like me or not. As stated by Guy in the text and in the book of Ecclesiastes, there is a time and a season for everything, and my time is now. The world needs my commitment to being different. So as I conclude this visual analysis of myself, I want to encourage all of my peers to be yourselves. Society will always tempt you to be someone who you weren't meant to be, but it's up to you to take a stand for your beliefs and discover your own destiny in order to fulfill some success for your own future. Thank you, and good night.